Y'all, ah! We're having a fucking podcast. Can you believe it? This is insane, honestly. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. When I get an idea in my head, I'm the type of person that like cannot sleep until I make the idea come to fruition. So this is just crazy to me because like I've been talking about maybe doing like a funny podcast with my girlfriend and my friends for a long time, but I don't know. I never really was like, yeah, let's do it. And then the other day after this whole balance thing, I was just like, what do I have to lose? Like, I just put myself out there. I'm running on this like high of just feeling like time to be open. Let's just let it all out there. And my main goal really is to, help people and be transparent and open up conversations and talk about hard subjects, but also bring some motivation and inspiration into people's lives by sharing my story. And like, literally, what better way besides doing a podcast? I mean, I don't know. So yeah, welcome to my first ever podcast. I hope that someday I get to look back on this and I'm like, wow, bitch, this was cringy. What on earth? But I love that. I love looking back and being like, look at this growth. That's just amazing. So today's episode is just going to be a little bit of introducing myself, getting to know you guys, having a fluid, open conversation. I don't have anything scripted. I'm not sure if that's how you're supposed to do this shit, but that's just not my style. I like to just talk and feel like I'm talking to somebody right in front of me. I like to make it feel like I'm just like in here chilling with you and we're just having a conversation going back and forth. So without further ado, let's get started. And I'm not even going to be pausing this. I'm just going to flow straight through it. So here we go. So if you don't know me, my name is Samantha Meadows. You might have found me through Instagram at SamKMC. A lot of people ask me what the SamKMC stands for, and those are my initials. My Sam is obviously my nickname for the first name, but KMC are the rest of my initials. I have two last names. I'm not going to tell you what the other last name is because that's a little creepy. I see you out there trying to steal my information, honey. Don't try to steal my money. I ain't got enough, okay? Let me have what I have, all right? I'm 27 years old. I have a lot of brothers and sisters. Like, I don't even know. I have to count them. Let me think here. I think I've got like 6 total. I got 1 sister, 5 brothers. I think that's right. Guys, if I left anybody out, I'm so sorry. I recently became an aunt for the 2nd time to a beautiful little baby girl, and I also have a nephew. My girlfriend's name is Jill, and yes, I said girlfriend. I am gay. Oops, sorry. We've been together for 5 years. I've been asked that question so much. We met back in 2015, and she really is my better half, I swear. The next episode, we're going to be doing introducing her and putting her in here so that you guys can hear the story of how we met, which is probably my highlight of my life because that was just the best day ever and it was so unexpected and I can't wait to share that story with you guys. I'm literally sitting here smiling. I'm sure you can hear it straight through here, but that literally was such a great day. It felt like a fairy tale, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. So stay tuned for the next episode. I'll tell you about that. What else about me? I'm a behavior coach. I've worked in the mental health industry for 4.5, 5-ish years on and off now. I've helped adults who were, passing away, their families, help them set up services through the state so that they can have care and their families don't have to, take care of them directly because that could be kind of hard. Setting up insurances for people who are passing, like life insurance. I've done case aid work, which is like transporting biological kids to go visit with their bio parents from a foster home or group home after they've been disconnected from their parent. And during a short period, there's like a time where you can try to earn having your kid back. And I was there to ensure that the whole environment was safe. And then now I have found my place as a behavior coach currently, and kind of what I do is help people who have experienced traumas learn how to have coping skills and learn how to take a deep breath and be that reminder for them and that light and the positive and the constant in their life that they have been missing. And it's very rewarding. It can also be very challenging, and I promise I will make another episode for that, because I could just the stories, guys, the chairs that have been thrown at me, like I gotta tell you about it. I gotta tell somebody about it, and y'all are gonna be the people I tell. So yeah. Anyways, besides that, I was born in Arizona, born and raised here. I actually didn't leave Arizona until I was 18 years old. I went on a trip with my school through the marketing team, which I was like the vice president of at the time. It was like one of my first big accomplishments. I was so stinking proud of myself. And we went to Washington, D.C. So that's the first time I ever rode a plane. I was with my teacher and a couple of my really good friends, and that was such a good time. What else? I think that's like basically all the basics. I live here in Arizona still, kind of in the west side, and I have 3 dogs, a cat. Yeah, okay, I can't think of anything else that are like the basics. So I did have you guys actually send me some questions on a little Instagram sticker thing so that we can have some questions to answer. So I'm going to go ahead and get into that, because there are quite a few, and I'm going to try not to answer the same ones twice as best as I can. So bear with me, because like I said, I'm not going to like cut this. I would think it's just so much better to keep this super authentic with you guys and just let it flow however it flows. This is not meant to be perfect and polished. I just want this to be very open, honest, transparent, and authentic with you guys. So I'm going to start at the beginning. The first question that I have on here is from my good friend Laura, who was also in the balance search with us, and she said, "How are you such a babe?" And honestly, I don't know, Laura. I really don't know. I like to say that my mom gave it to me, but just kidding. I literally love Laura. If you guys haven't met Laura or checked her Instagram out yet, she is so inspiring, and I highly recommend going and checking her out. And she's literally been such a sweet person in my life. So Laura, I love you and thank you, and you are a babe as well, and I'm trying to figure that out about you. Like, how are you such a babe? Next question is, what are you most proud of accomplishing in your life? This is kind of a hard question, because I'm very proud of myself just for who I am. I would say that's like a big thing. But the biggest accomplishment, it kind of comes out a little crazy. But, you know, whenever you grow up the way that I did, the chances of being sucked into the same circle of, you know, drug abuse, early parenting, which, you know, is not my thing. It's not for everyone, but some people just, you know, that's their thing. And that wasn't the story that I wanted for myself. And homelessness and things like that. That's just how I grew up. My mom was only 15 when she got pregnant with me. And then only a couple months later had my brother, or got pregnant with my brother and then had him. So she had 2 kids before she was 18. And I just think that is super hard, and I just did not want that for my life. Also, you know, my parents didn't graduate high school, and I ended up graduating high school with honors. So I would just say my biggest accomplishment, the thing I'm the most proud of, is breaking that cycle. You know, not allowing myself to develop a major drug addiction and alcoholism or something, and always striving to be really good and kind of follow the rules. I mean, I'm not exactly pitch perfect, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have the white picket fence, and, you know, I am dating a girl, so I'm not like the perfect little by the book cutout, but I think that I did pretty well for myself, and considering I did a lot of it 100% on my own, pretty proud of that. Breaking the cycle was not easy, and a lot of times I do feel some guilt for that, because it can kind of feel like I'm an outcast in my family whenever they all kind of relate to each other, because they all, you know, like I said, it's very very difficult to break the cycle. So they've fallen into some of the same things together and they can relate to each other. So it makes it a little difficult, but I wouldn't change anything because I'm very proud of who I am and where I am today, even though I definitely have a lot of flaws still. Next question, how long have you been with Jill? We have been together for 5 years. We started dating in February of 2015. And then my next question is, what was your first job? My first paid job that was like, a W-2 style was a waitress during the night times for a hotel in Phoenix that I basically was like the room service agent and the waiter for like the dining room at night, but there was like never anybody in there. So I used to just like hang out with the chef all the time, and that's when I started to gain weight the most because I was just like chilling and eating. But then I would also burn a lot of calories because I was running up and down the stairs with people's food for room service, like 3 flights of stairs all night long. And that was pretty crazy, but it was definitely very weird, very, very weird first job. Let's see here. What's your favorite thing to photograph? I love this question. I think my favorite thing to photograph is usually either animals, babies, or just people in general, but my style of photography is usually like my favorite thing is candids. I hate posed photography. I can't stand it. I don't like posing people. I would rather just sit there and like pretend I'm a comedian for like 30 minutes to an hour and try to make you laugh and then see what comes out. I just think people's genuine smiles just come off so much more beautiful on the camera, and so I will make myself look like an idiot for my clients just to make them laugh. It's so much fun. And I love to just, all animals, man, they're just so cute, and babies are so cute. Like anything little or furry or precious, they're so beautiful. Let's see, what's the next question? What was your first concert? Ooh, best day ever. It was Taking Back Sunday. It was in 2014. And I know I was like really old when I went to my first concert. I think I was like 21. I just didn't happen to have it. I was on my bucket list for a long ass time and I never went to a concert, and it was like, everybody was like, what, you never been to a concert before? I'm like, I know, but it was so worth the wait. I saw Taking Back Sunday and The Used, and it was seriously life-changing. After that, I went to 65 more concerts that year, or I saw 65 more bands that year in different music festivals, and that was iconic. Best year of my life to date. Like, it was amazing. Let's see. What is the biggest goal that you are working towards? Honestly, right now, I am working towards just bettering myself, and being open about it right now is like the thing that I'm trying to accomplish, because I tend to want to be, perfect. I am a perfectionist, and it's hard on me whenever I'm not perfect, but I think there's beauty in being not perfect because you can help so many more people that way, and I really appreciate that. So my biggest goal, I would say, for my life is to figure out a way that I can not work underneath somebody else, meanwhile learning how to help people on a one-on-one basis. Like when you come to my page and you leave a comment or you send me a DM or you answer something, I want people to feel like when they meet me or when they talk to me that they're getting like a one-on-one experience where I am able to like really get to know you and you can really get to know me. And if you come to me with advice, like that I think it's so special that you trusted me with that advice. I want to make sure that no matter what size I grow to, if I continue to grow bigger or if I don't, like that's not really the point. If I can just manage a way to change lives, like thoughtfully, you know what I mean? Like where people are getting an experience out of it, they're feeling like they're actually getting something. I think that would be the most amazing thing ever. And then aside from that, I also am trying to decide when I'm trying to bite the bullet. I need to just do it, but I'm trying to figure out how to get back into school and put myself through school. I was about to do it right before this whole coronavirus thing happened, and now everything in life just kind of got put on pause. So I would like to go back to school though and become a therapist, and I know that there's a certain kind of branch of being a therapist where you can actually help other therapists and they can shadow you and work under you and you can support them. And I think that that would be really cool too, because I just think, changing lives is one thing, and then changing lives in a way where you're teaching other people how to change lives as well, that would just be such a beautiful butterfly effect that I don't even know how to put into words right now. That would be amazing. Where do I shop for my fire wardrobe? I shop a lot at Forever 21, Old Navy, what else? Fashion Nova, H&M, just the basic, I would say, millennial stores. I don't know. I've gotten a lot of pieces over time that I don't even remember where they have come from. Oh, I also really love Aerie and American Eagle. They have American Eagle, I swear, has the best jeans. So I love them. And then as far as my athleisure wear, most of you are already going to know I love Balance Athletica. And if it's not Balance Athletica, for my more comfy leggings, I usually go to Old Navy, but there's only one pair of leggings that I can get from there. Otherwise, they always tear in the center because your girl is thick and the thighs, and that's okay. That is all right, but I don't have that problem with Balance, which is my favorite thing. The reason I die hard fan for their leggings. So yeah, if Old Navy could fix that, I would love to stop sewing my leggings back together now. Thank you so much. Tell us all your dirty secrets. Girl, I'm trying. I am trying. Ask me my secrets. How are you? I'm doing good. When am I coming on? I got this question from 7 different people. I promise you I'm going to be looking for people to join this every chance that I can. If you are going to come to Arizona, hit me up and you can come stay in my guest room and we're going to make a podcast. Just basically know from now on, anytime you see my ass, we might be making a podcast, especially if I find you to be either funny or inspiring. I'm definitely going to be asking you. And I've already started reaching out to people who I think are inspiring, or if I think that they could teach the world something maybe they didn't know about. And trust me, I'm looking for people that are going to be controversial too. I need some people to educate people on controversial topics. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say, though. I know you do. Let's see what else. How long have you and Jill been together? Why did you want to start a podcast? I think I might have answered this already, but I'm just trying to look for a platform where I can just speak fluidly and try to help people as authentically as I possibly can. And I think that by posting these little unedited talks, that this is going to be a good way for people to have me with them without me having to call every single person and talk to them this way. I don't know. I'm just hoping for a bigger platform to help more people, and hopefully I start hearing back that this is helping people, or maybe it brought some light to their day, maybe it made them laugh, maybe it made them not feel so alone, and that's what my goal was for this podcast. I also just think it'd be super fun. Do you drink or do drugs? I drink every now and then. I would say I drink some wine and some cocktails or some Angry Orchards. I'm not a big beer fan, but yeah, I wouldn't say I'm a big drinker. I think I drink socially mostly, and then every now and then if I'm having a stressful day, like today I had a glass of wine and that's it. But that's my business. And as far as the drugs go, no, I mean, when you grow up with a parent who is really hard on drugs, you kind of get a little bit distant from that experimental phase that a lot of people go through in college. And I mean, I have no regrets, but I know a lot of people do it. And I'm not here to judge anybody who does drugs. That's your own life. That's your own life choices. It's not for me. I do dabble in the green drug every now and then, if you know what I'm talking about, for anxiety relief and pain relief. And yeah, that's something that I do partake in because I've been educated on the benefits of it, and I'm actually looking into having somebody come on and speak about the benefits to cannabis, and I think that it has a lot of medicinal benefits for it, so, no regrets. Maybe that'll make somebody judge me, but like I said, guys, we're here to spill the tea. Have you ever been with a boy or had a boyfriend before? Yes, I have. There's definitely a point in my life where I was confused, trying to figure out what I liked. I was confused about the feelings that I was having towards women, and I couldn't figure out if it was that I just was infatuated with them and I wanted to be them, or if I actually wanted to be in a relationship with them. Honestly, growing up, I didn't know any gay people. Like, I was kind of sheltered in that way. I mean, I saw a lot of shit, okay, but that was not one of the things, surprisingly, that I had ever been introduced to. So I didn't really even know the concept of being gay until I was in high school, and then one of my really close friends was gay. So once I kind of figured it out, though, it was over. But yes, I have had boyfriends. None of them were serious. They all lasted like a week or a month max, and it's just hysterical to think of now because I'm just like, honey, no. Let's see what else is on here. Sorry guys, I'm trying to scroll as fast as I can and read these. How did me and Jill meet? Like I said, I'm gonna be doing a podcast tomorrow with Jill. I'm gonna record it and then I'll post it after this one. It'll be episode 2. I might post these twice a week, maybe once a week. I'm not sure exactly. I'm going to go further into detail with this cute ass story, but for right now, I'm just going to let you guys know we met one night while we were bar hopping, each with our friends. When did you guys move in together, and how did you guys decide to move in? We moved in with each other really fast. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but there's a lesbian term called U-hauling, and it basically is just making fun of us for moving super fast. Like they say, on your first date with a lesbian, you kiss, and on the second date, you bring a U-haul. It's just so true. So I would say it really wasn't decided that we were moving in together. It kind of just happened that we started hanging out with each other all the time and didn't want to be apart. And I think we met on a Friday, and by Tuesday she went to the store and bought me a toothbrush so that I didn't have to leave to go home and get ready for work. It was just so cute. And then I started bringing some clothes over, and then it first started with me leaving clothes there, and then we would wash them, and then I would bring some new clothes over, and I think we finally accepted it. I was fighting it. She was like, girl, you live here. And I'm like, no, I don't. All my stuff's at my mom's house. And she's like, you live here, Sam. And I'm like, it's not fair. It's not concrete until my cat is here. Because my cat was still at my mom's. And so I think it was about 3 months in, we finally moved my cat in, and I finally accepted it. And I was like, all right, I moved in. I guess I moved in, fine. And then a month later, we went and got our own apartment. How did y'all decide to get a dog, much less 2? What's the story behind the dogs? So the story behind the dogs, we weren't planning to get dogs. We were not planning to get 2 dogs. We always talked about if we were to get another dog that we would definitely try to rescue. But it just wasn't the right time. We lived on the 3rd floor of a 1-bedroom apartment. We already had Bella, who was our big older dog, and we had 2 cats at the time. We had Peaches and Stanley. Stanley was my cat that I brought into the relationship. Jill had Peaches already and Bella, so I had 1 cat. She had a cat and a dog. So it was already kind of a full house up there on the 3rd floor with 3 pets, and we weren't even really supposed to have any pets, so we were already breaking the rules. It was like, no, we're not getting another dog until we have a house. We need a yard for them. But then things happened, and one day I went to work and ran into the person that I got the dogs from, and I don't know, man, just something spoke to my heart that day. I looked down, Crosley was in a shopping cart with this lady, and she was just pushing him around, and he was with another dog too that they were absolutely not going to let me take. So I ended up taking Crosley and Shandy later on that day. And I'm going to probably make another podcast because this is just a long story. But I'll make another podcast that tells you this full story all the way in detail. It's a very special story to me and it was so unique. But we basically rescued them from a person who I was working with as a case aide, and ended up going in there. I told Jill, I was like, look, this dog, I don't know what to tell you. I need him. I don't know what's pulling at my heart. I don't understand it, but he is my dog. Like, I just know when I look at him, he's my dog and I have to have him. And Jill's just like, you're going to get him even if I say no, aren't you? And I'm like, yeah, you know, probably. I'm probably going to get him regardless. And she's like, okay. And so I went back to the house to go pick him up after she basically understood that I'm just going to get this dog. And she was like, all right, well, if we're already going to have one puppy, we might as well have two. So just go ahead and get another one. And I was like, you know, big-eyed. Like, if somebody's telling you you can have not only one puppy who is freaking cute, but you can have two, like, I'm not going to second guess anything. My brain was not thinking about potty pads and things that are going to get chewed up or all the other crazy shit that came after that. Nope, I heard two puppies and I was like, let's do it. What a phenomenal idea. And this is almost at 30 minutes, so I'm just going to take one more question. Let's see. Your first time, was it painful? I'm nervous and I know I'm with the right guy. So I'm actually going to go ahead and message this girl one-on-one because I think that this is something that she should hear from me directly. First of all, I appreciate you for reaching out to me about this. I just think it's a very sensitive topic that I think you could benefit more from if I just message you one-on-one. This isn't like a very, what's the word for it? This isn't really about me in the way that I would like to help you. So girl, check your DMs. I'm going to be messaging you. But my first time was not a good time. You know, it's out there that a lot of girls struggle on their first time with it not being their choice, and that is how it went for me as well. And yeah, I think after I looked at that question, I was debating on not answering it because that's very personal, super hard for me to talk about. But honestly, when I really considered it and talked to some friends about it as well, a lot of people, that's how their first time went, especially girls. A lot of their first time was that way. And I think it is an important thing to talk about. So I think in another time, in a more serious place, when I've had some time to allow myself to heal a little bit more, yeah, I will talk about my first time with a guy. And my first time with a girl, I would just say it was a lot better than with a guy, and I'm definitely gay. Let's just leave it at that. Anyways, I'm so thankful that you guys have joined me today, and if you've made it this far, I love you with all of my heart. You have no idea, and I appreciate you for just supporting me on this little journey. I really would love some feedback if you would like to leave some, if you have time. Let me know. I don't know if there's comments below on this thing. Honestly, you guys don't hate me. I'm figuring this out as I go. But I'm going to post it to my Instagram too. So if you listen to this, if you know how to leave a comment down below or above or to the right or to the left or, you know, whatever, you got to twist around and jump up and catch a butterfly to leave a comment. I don't know. If you want to go through the effort to do that and leave me some feedback, that would be dope. And yeah, I can't wait to see you guys in episode 2. Next episode is going to be me and Jill's story. So make sure you come back because that is the cutest thing ever. Love you.